good morning, everybody. On behalf of the entire Teradata team, I'd like to welcome you to Possible Los Angeles. So thank you all for coming. A really warm welcome to all of our customers and partners and friends out in the audience. I started with Teradata 4 years ago as a CEO, and we set out a mission that Teradata was going to return a little bit to its roots, but with some really interesting twists. We were going to focus on what we were really good at. We were going to be a technology company. But then we enhanced that and said, actually, we know our secret sauce is in our software. We're going to be a software company, and all of the best software companies are platform companies. Those were the three driving factors of the transformation that we set out with from a Teradata perspective. And then we built on two pillars. One is cloud first, and the other is partner first. We set out the principles of being cloud first and partner first. And over the course of the last 4 years, that's enabled us to build over $500 million cloud ARR business in the cloud. So I really truly believe that the Possible event is our opportunity to provide all of you with an update on the innovation that we're driving as a result of that strategy. We've also continued to enhance how we're delivering, enhance that strategy from an execution perspective. And as we started and said we were going to have an open and connected platform, data platform in a hybrid multi-cloud environment, we've moved that on. We've thought about how do we ensure that we have data and analytics capabilities in a single platform that can transform the outcomes for organizations around the world. You know, reflecting back, in August of 2022, we announced our ClearScape analytics engine. Analytics capabilities built right into the Teradata platform, available to all of you in the most recent versions of our software and cloud platforms. And it's allowed us to enable organizations all over the world to transform. Transform on-prem, transform in AWS, transform in Azure, and transform in Google Cloud. Now, the AWS team are in the audience, and they have to take a shot every time I say AWS. So we're looking forward to how that's going to work out for them. You know, when we think about it and we think about the strengths of Teradata, it's the fact that we can operate at enormous scale, running the most complex, mission-critical workloads for organizations around the world. And we were built to do that from the very, very start. Our massively parallel architecture enables us to deliver business outcomes at the highest levels of scale. And we're going to be really excited to share with you how we're using that massively parallel architecture in the next stage of the Teradata's transformation, and hopefully in the next stages of transformation that you execute inside your organization. Today, we think about ourselves as a platform company. What do we mean by that? Well, we mean that we know that we're not going to be everything to all people. We know that we're going to have to enable you with the best tools, the best capabilities, the best models, because we want to meet you where you want to be met. Is that on-prem? Is it in the cloud? Is it across a hybrid cloud environment? Teradata can meet you there and deliver to your requirements. So what do we mean by platform? Well, we mean open and connected. Do you want to access data no matter where it is inside your environment? Do you want to? We have a theory now, and this is why Teradata is so exciting to me, how we become a very different company. If you think how we were built in a traditional enterprise data warehouse construct. What does that mean? Move all of your data into a query engine. We've come up with a very different outlook. We now think about how do we move the query engine to the data and integrate data together, no matter where it is in your epicosystem, to give you the outputs that you need. Do you want to use low-cost storage? You're going to hear from one of my friends, Russell, when he gets up on stage with me in a few minutes, and he's going to talk about how they've leveraged S3 storage, just as one example. But how do you use the cheapest storage for the right level of data inside your platform? But we also know that there's going to be workloads inside your environment that are going to need a gold standard of performance, either through concurrency or complexity or the size of the data sets that are being analyzed. And for that tiered workload with that gold level of SLA, you're going to need the technology and capabilities of Teradata to deliver the outcomes that you're looking for. And then another thing that Russell's going to talk about, and this is being an open and connected platform, is the ability to bring your own tools into the environment. You don't have to force a set of tools or capabilities onto your data scientists. They can use the tools that they choose integrated into the Teradata environment to deliver the outcomes that they're looking for. So, we are a very different company than the company where we were 4 years ago, and we pride ourselves on the very deliberate strategic choices that we've made that enable you to do amazing things. And you're going to hear about some of that over the course of the next 2 days. Bring your own language models into the Teradata environment. Bring your own analytics models into the Teradata environment. This simply isn't the Teradata that you thought you knew. And you know, nothing says that more than one of our most recent announcements. And this is not an AI-generated image. This is Satya standing up at the Build conference announcing our AI Unlimited product, which is natively integrated into Microsoft Fabric. You may have heard that Satya has recently got into the power business. I'm not making this up. This is not an AI-generated news story, although Copilot did verify it this morning. But Hillary told me last night, so it's got to be true. Microsoft are actually reopening 3 Mile Island and one of the nuclear generators in there to power their data center. What does that say? That says that the ongoing speed of innovation and delivery, the cost of inference capabilities, the energy requirements and energy uses that are going to be driven here are going to be phenomenal. But we in Teradata have a really interesting thought in terms of AI solutions. We think AI solutions should have 3 characteristics, all of which we think about how to deliver for you every single day. The first is you should be able to trust trusted AI. Second, they should be ethical. Eliminate bias. Make sure you can compare your models, get the right outcomes from the models that you're operating. And then thirdly, they should be sustainable. We should be able to operate them effectively and efficiently. And our AI Unlimited toolset is one of the ways we can do that, a truly serverless query engine. Can you imagine, even 4 years ago, even 2 years ago, the CEO of Teradata standing up and talking about a serverless query engine? A very different company than we were just a few months ago. But we are also recognizing the power and the strength of our on-prem capabilities, our partnerships with organizations like Dell, running on highly converged infrastructure. Again, going back to that thought that Teradata is a software company. Our magic sauce is in our software, is in the capabilities that we've developed over years. And as we deploy these in multiple different areas, we give our customers choice. You can run on Teradata's infrastructure. You can run on Dell infrastructure on-premise. What that's going to enable us to do into the future is have AI on-premise. And we're already deploying some of those solutions as we move forward. But imagine the world where you have the ability to have AI capabilities right next to your data. Imagine if you had a Formula One team, a big passion for me, processing live data, extracting data from sensory technology all around the track and from the car, doing live analysis using advanced analytics, trackside, to make that car go faster. Imagine if you had a bank running a small language model, analyzing customer complaints in real time, but not only that, predicting customer behavior into the future, analyzing that data on-prem, and making conclusions and recommendations in the next best action for that customer. Healthcare, a personal passion of mine, and working with healthcare organizations around the world to help them transform, to help them really to save lives in real time, optimizing the supply chain in the healthcare industry, helping transform the healthcare industry to be more efficient and effective. And then maybe on a little bit more cheery note, imagine an NFL football team who wants to segment and analyze the fans' experience and optimize it every single minute of the day. so that they have their customers, their fans, have the best possible experience every time they interact with the brand. You don't really have to imagine these because these are solutions that we've built for our customers today. Not only that, we're augmenting all of our capabilities that we have in ClearScape Analytics with language model capabilities. You heard of some of the challenges around large language model. We in Teradata believe that the language model battles will continue, but the importance of medium-sized language models and small language models will become more and more important as organizations want to get more specialized training and more specialized outcomes and reduce the cost of those inference engines. And I mentioned that we were built on that massively parallel architecture. But what does that mean from a language model perspective in this new world of AI and advanced analytics? Well, what we found is that we can run small language models like Hugging Face on CPU clusters that more effectively deliver an outcome than running on a GPU. But that's not all. Imagine if you didn't have to say to your management, we'll get in queue for a GPU. We'll start energizing our infrastructure with GPU. You can run that on CPUs and more efficiently, more effectively for small language models. And we are delivering that technology today for a couple of the biggest banks in the US. If you're interested in how we're doing that, Martin Wilcox is going to share a little bit more about their technology and the capabilities right after I stop talking. We've structured our portfolio and investment strategy to enable you to get the best out of your infrastructure. So if this is what we can do with CPUs, imagine what we can do if we did that with NVIDIA. If we took our capabilities and combined it with NVIDIA's fantastic technology and hardware technology and accelerated compute environments all around the world. Well, you don't need to imagine that anymore either, because today Teradata is announcing a partnership with NVIDIA to enable us to leverage their technology set in the delivery of our solutions. Super exciting. So we believe that as you're deploying solutions, as your business users want to deploy solutions, as technologists you want to deploy solutions, there's 4 key things that you have to have from your platform. It has to be open. You need to be able to leverage capabilities from all over the world, be it different chipsets, as we said with the NVIDIA announcement, but also the different services that you have inside the CSPs. We believe that it needs to be connected. We have developed the concept of a query fabric with patented capabilities to push down queries between different environments so that you can run your queries next to your data and integrate those results in the most efficient and effective way. A truly differentiated capability. If anybody else says that they can do that and they can do that for you, please let me know, because our patent team would be delighted to investigate that. We also are uniquely placed from operating in a hybrid environment. We can bridge the on-prem and cloud worlds in the most effective ways. We can run those workloads in the most appropriate place for your organization. And then finally, we do what we do best. We operate at truly enormous scale. And the interesting thing is, when you look at all of these analytics and AI workloads and AI examples, you look at Microsoft reopen and the nuclear capability to power these solutions, operating at scale becomes incredibly mission critical. And that's what we're delivering for our customers today. Now, we have a number of partners inside the audience, but when we talk about our partners, we talk about it in terms of true partnership, how we can leverage each other's capabilities to deliver real business value. Our CSP partners like AWS, Microsoft, and Google, SIs like Accenture and Kyndryl, or regional SIs and ISVs who take our capabilities and power solutions to their customers. It's super exciting what we're delivering. And if you were engaged in the partner awards sessions yesterday, congratulations to all of our partners of the year. We'll be announcing that on our website as we move forward. You all know that you come to these conferences, you hear a lot of bold claims. I've worked for IBM, I've worked for Oracle, I work now in Teradata. We know in Teradata that execution is everything. Enabling you to have the right data and analytics strategy that's going to be flexible for you into the future, working with your partners and your chosen technologies to deliver the outcomes that you're interested in, is something that we live for every single day. And execution is absolutely everything and the most important thing. And we are delighted that we migrate tens of customers every week into the cloud with Teradata. But you need a platform like Teradata that can operate across these environments and can provide to you the trusted data that you need for the analytics that you want to deliver every single day. And the barriers to getting that data right are all pretty systemic. You know, I'll give you some stats. It's always my job to enable you to go back to your offices and say, we learned some statistics here. 78% of executives in a recent study said that they struggle with data utilization due to issues with data silos and integration. The Teradata platform is designed to overcome that barrier. According to a recent McKinsey survey, and you saw some of that from Radhika, inaccuracy in AI outputs is one of the most commonly reported risks, with 44% of organizations experiencing negative consequences from AI inaccuracy. So the importance to be able to test your models, test your analytics models, do that in an environment where you've got model ops capabilities becomes really important. And that's what Teradata delivers inside the platform for you. Security, transparency, and governance. Any security risk is intolerable. We find that working with Teradata and your CSPs, working with Teradata and the infrastructure that we provide for the world's largest, most trusted organizations means that we can operationalize AI at scale while still delivering that security, transparency, and governance. Our job is to make AI, analytics, and data frictionless for all of you, and that's what keeps us up at night. So I truly believe that we've set the bar in a number of different areas, and it's our job to tell you how we do that in every single way. And that's what you're going to hear over the next couple of days from Martin, who's going to be talking about advanced analytics and how you can load the dice to win in the AI game. You're going to hear from Hillary and the product team towards the end of the day in terms of our roadmap, in terms of our product vision, how we're driving that forward. We set the bar in a number of these different areas because we want to serve you and deliver the best possible outcome. This is an AI era. Everybody is thinking about how the impact of AI is going to impact their organization. And I truly believe that this is a real moment in time for all of us in the data and analytics space to demonstrate that we can take a leadership position and you can deliver the business value that your organization wants. And that's what it's all about. I really look forward to getting your feedback on this conference, what you see. One of the best bits of feedback I ever had from the Possible conference was we have seen more innovation in these Possible series of events from Teradata than we've seen over the last 10 years. And so that's our job, to continuously deliver that every single year for you, because it's our pleasure to work with you to deliver on your business challenges every single day. Thank you very much.